Hello everybody, this is Reviews and More, back with a quick trail cam review. This is on a cool product, guys. So this is about 130 bucks. It's from the company Ceyomur, and that's Ceymour, I believe is how it's spelled. You saw it in the box. I'll put a link into the description. It is 130 bucks from Amazon. You might find it cheaper elsewhere, but Amazon 130, and it is a solar-powered trail cam, which to me is the natural progression, and thank God we finally have these standard and available for a relatively reasonable price. Obviously, you're going to pay a premium for the solar power, and it works without any extra batteries. So you're not going to have to actually put batteries in this over time. You're going to see a test in how well it basically adds to the power over time, and that's going to test me in full sun. So obviously you're not going to see as good of a result if they're in a low light area like a heavily wooded area where there is no external light. But it's very good if you're looking like maybe to track animals that are kind of jumping out of the brush or going towards a feeder, or just out in the sun. Maybe you want to put something out for like birds or whatever, just for the enthusiast and the watching, not necessarily for hunting. But there you see the actual product. If you want to look at a similar product, I reviewed the same brand but a non-solar version. You can go back in my videos, might link it in the description, and you can kind of see it works basically the same way. All the menu options are very similar for setup. You'll see me bust through that real fast here. Again, it takes AA's, and it takes far fewer AA's. If you were to go and use the non-solar version, I believe it's 8 AA batteries, which is kind of excessive, very expensive, and it will burn through them, obviously. And here you see me kind of running through all the buttons and everything. It's not touch screen, as you saw right there, but you can set the date and the time. Once you get in there, you can go to settings by pushing that little top button at the very tippy top and kind of go from there. It's not hard to figure out. It's fairly intuitive. The camera does a good job. It comes with about 60% power on there, which is important because you're going to see some results after it was basically out for a day, or really just a few hours, and then recorded a lot of stuff at night. Now, once you run into the menu, you have the option to kind of move around. The arrow buttons are there. It makes it pretty easy to work with. You can change the photo, video. I always keep my camera set for photo and video, so they produce both as the animals come into view or the motion sensor goes off. You can change the video length, obviously, all around. I understand this, the longer the video runs for, the more it's going to burn through power. So if you're in a situation where you don't have a battery backup in there, which I don't in this situation, make it lower. I'm not testing the Wi-Fi on here because I don't have the ability to go to a wooded area where I'll interact with animals that's going to reach the Wi-Fi, so I can't test that functionally. I might try something later, maybe with an update, just testing like maybe some local critters around. We have a rabbit that kind of hangs out around the house, but I can't test that here. Here we see it opening up and some nice light. Just turn the thing on, getting the tripod. Note that the tripod mount or the screw mount is on the back of the camera instead of the bottom. It comes with a 32 gigabyte micro SD card, which is kind of nice. Records plenty of video, and here you see some foxes. That's the main thing I want to focus on. Look at the bottom right there where the charging amount is. It's 80%. It started at 60. So after a few hours in the sun, we actually got a fairly big jump in the overall timing here. And keep track of the dates. You see them switch over, and we're going to see some obviously low light. This is all infrared. This is all pitch black outside. And then we're also going to see some relatively higher light as the time progresses on. The video does collect sound, and that will be the last video portion. You'll just kind of hear it. You might have to turn your volume way up because you'll hear like just critters in the night, the bugs kind of chirping. Here you see a boring old cat, but I'm using this one kind of to show the continuity and the time frame, because you're going to see the light come on as the cat's still out there kind of looking at the cat food. There's the kitty cat, and I'm not even sure whose cat that is. It's just some random stray, I guess. But then note the time and the actual battery amount. Jumps out to 75. By that evening, it's up to 100, again with no internal batteries that aren't integrated with the lithium. And here's the actual sound. Alright, and there you go, guys. That is the basics of this camera. It's about 130 bucks. It's solar powered. It is efficient in the way it works. As long as it's not being set off all day long, you should be able to get a lot of good camera work and be able to leave this thing out for, in theory, days and days and days without having to recharge it or anything, maybe even a whole season, depending on the activity. So thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll put the link in the description if anybody wants to go head out and look at it.